Hi, buddies. Welcome back. The third one, I think this is the Off the Grill show. Certainly a podcast. I don't fuck. It's not put out anywhere but YouTube. But so what am I gonna do? So, oh, hey, I got a YouTube show. I don't know. So, what's going on, Billy? Al, Dave in the chat's going on. I didn't really have a channel until a couple. I mean, I've had a channel, but I literally only had two music videos for bands of friends of mine that they didn't have. Those two songs happened to not be on YouTube, so I took it upon myself to throw those up there. Go check. Listen to the Vigora song that's on there. Don't check that band out. It's fronted by a cross-eyed pedophile. But do check out the other band, Blitzkid. It's fantastic, especially if you want to listen to something in the vein of. They're not really horror punk, because generally that's a shit genre. It's a bunch of dorks that can barely play their instruments, and they watch a movie and write a song about it. Blitzkid's actually got fucking a lot of talent. Argyle Goolsby and TB Monstrosity are great songwriters, both great singers. You know, while I'm fucking shouting out bands, we'll shout out the Scarecrow Show out of Buffalo, New York. Speak of the devil, Jamie, hello, how are you? But the Scarecrow Show, they unfortunately just went on hiatus. They had a Me Too thing with a misunderstanding with the guitarist, plus the bass player is going to Nepal, I think, to help out with some less fortunate people. So, total racist scumbags. But, besides that, also check out Darrow Chemical Company. They're one of my favorite bands in existence. All these guys are, iTunes, Spotify, probably all on YouTube too, for that matter. How's the audio on this, guys? Just curious. Can you hear me well? Is the AC too loud, or I don't know. For whatever reason tonight, I can't hear anything that's going on. That's good. Fantastic, Gypsy. Good to see you. Glad to see you all coming over. I know Piz's stream isn't quite over yet, but oh, thanks, Jamie. But Vincente's a pretty cool dude. As for some reason or another, the first time I've seen him on a stream with Piz. So I don't know what got into Robert tonight. Maybe he had fucking a little too many drinky poos or something. I'm not sure. I mean, he is from Kentucky. I don't necessarily want to judge, but so yeah, I watched a whole shitload of movies this week. Actually, past 2 weeks maybe. Oh yeah, listen. Any high school punk band is gonna be terrible, Billy. I was in a couple bands in high school. So the big part of reason that nothing ever, cause I sing. Sometimes I'm good and sometimes I'm not. My voice isn't consistent enough to fucking do anything, and I finally realized that. We could never find a guitar player. The Scarecrow Show is actually the drummer and bass player are two of my oldest, closest friends. So we always had a drummer and a bass player, and a singer. could never get a guitar player that wanted to do the shit we wanted to do. Like, we always had to make these awful, like, and it sucks for the guitar player too. I get it. Like, so we had to make these concessions. You know, we had to play covers he wanted to play. He had to play covers we wanted to play, and he didn't. To the point where just like practice got to be a chore. But like for a long time, like we recorded like covers of shit with like just some piece of shit keyboard. We just do like a drum loop on the keyboard. So like that actually like stunted my growth. Like because they were the bass player and the drummer were good musicians, you know, on their own. Like that was in their blood, pretty much. That's fucking green screen. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. But like it stunted my development as a singer. Like, cause I'm trying to count to a fucking, you know, and hit the switch from like a chorus to a verse and whatever with God damn it, my stupid brain. Oh, based off a drum track. It's just it wasn't good. Let's say that. But you know, those delusions of grandeur are far gone now. Illness wrecked your voice, Jamie. That's terrible. I've been that way. I've had a couple colds over the years. It's like just I had to like, and I don't know what it was. Like I'd be it, and honestly, maybe it's just the shitty Buffalo weather. There's a lot of it, but like we do band practice, and my voice would be getting strong. You know, really getting into it, and then I'd fucking just get sick, lose my voice entirely, and then you know when it came time again to try and get back and push through it, and just, there was nothing there. You know, if you push too hard, it blows your voice blows out, but if you don't use it, you lose it. So I don't know. The DC fandom, I gotta say, I paid almost no attention to it, Gypsy, unfortunately. I saw the Batman trailer. That looked fine. I like Batman, so like, you know, unless you give me some fucking Batman and Robin shit, I'm probably gonna like it. Warwick and Chester, New York. That's just over the border, the Jersey border, right? If I recall correctly from my time routing trucks. Yeah, I saw what's his face there. Fucking old Twilight got the Ronies. Yeah, now kids nowadays have no idea what the fuck punk rock is. They even garbage like Green Day would get no reaction. Hashimoto's. Damn, Jamie, that's crazy. Hashimoto's thyroid is for shit and full of nodes, so it's blocking off your vocal cords, killing your range. Yeah, that's. I don't have that. I'm just not terribly talented. Yeah, Freddie Mercury was a great frontman. I'm not the biggest Queen fan myself, unfortunately. I like a couple songs, but I don't know. Most of what I've heard, it's not really caught me too much. This fucking green screen, I swear to God. Sorry about that. Jason X is the best Friday in the series. That is just wrong. I'm sorry. The correct answer there is Friday the 13th, the final chapter. You would do well to learn that, live it, and love it. Yeah, so like I was saying, I've seen many. By the way, yeah, speak of the devil, speak of final chapter here. Check that shit out, baby! Little gutter garbs. I got all three of them. My mom and my sisters came through in the clutch for my birthday. I ran out of money, and they only had to pre-order up on that for fucking a week. So I wasn't gonna have any more goddamn money until after the pre-sale ended. So I asked them. My youngest sister went, "Yeah, I got you. I'll see if the other two want to throw in. So we'll get you all three." And then they lied to me. They said, "No, well, they didn't have any money, so you're just gonna get the one." Lo and behold, the package shows up, and boom, all three. Don't you love that kind of shit? It's terrific. But yeah, over the past 2 weeks, since the last show, I watched a shit ton of movies. Like movies that I'd seen, some of them I'd seen when I was young. Ginny made me feel feelings, Jamie. I won't go any further than that since you are here and listening, but I'm sure you understand what I mean. And she does rock. But yeah, some of these movies I'd seen when I was young, and I don't really remember them too much. And then there's other ones I just had never seen. I kind of started off with the first two Poltergeist movies. And I gotta say, there's some decent shit, and it caught on in the pop culture lexicon. But the first Poltergeist movie is one of the biggest piles of shit. It's so boring. It's so fucking boring. Like, you bring in the cat from Texas Chainsaw to direct the fucking thing, and then you handicap him with Spielberg, wholesome ass Steven Spielberg, and it's a boring fucking movie. I'm sorry, you're gonna change my mind. The clown scene was fine. The end of the movie, actually, yeah, the last like 2.5 minutes were pretty good. Out of a 90-minute flick, that doesn't do it for me. Now the sequel, quite a bit better. Still, no great shakes. Julian Kane. I can't remember. Yeah, it's the old Reverend there in the sequel. He's fucking legitimately terrifying looking. I had this notion in my head, just some deranged, that a better sequel to Poltergeist would have been like if it was just like an hour long, like a Halloween special of Coach, Craig T. Nelson, just shooting around. You get Patrick Starr in there, this and that, and like I don't know what's going on. There's something awful, like a date rape or something's going on. I don't know. It was the 80s. Don't get after me for that, but something along those lines. And then Zelda Rubinstein is in the episode for some reason, but anytime she's in the scene, she's in like a football uniform, and she's just like spouting off like football and sports cliches, and then she breaks a huddle that nobody was in, and then runs out of frame. But they didn't make that. They made Poltergeist 2. Which I did like in that too. The tequila worm scene was pretty sweet. Yeah, Gypsy. Yeah, what happened to that little girl was a tragedy. It was a very fixable condition, and they just fucking missed it. And she died because of it. I think the family got a decent amount of money out of that, but I don't remember. I almost think maybe like some fucking some stupid loophole kind of screwed them out of, at least having a bunch of money if they couldn't have their kid. That's professional. Yawn, you fat idiot. Jesus. Speaking of like those childhood tragedies, the little girl that did the voice for, was it Ducky in Land Before Time? That's tragic. That's like crazy. So like I think her mother was born here, but her father, I'm going off the top of the head, I might have like all of the facts wrong. I think their father was some Eastern European blockhead, I'll say. Some Eastern European blockhead immigrant, and oh boy, my brain sucks. Sorry. And like, I don't know, he got jealous over the mother, and this whole thing, beat her, and I think he would beat the girl, and like he ended up like shooting them both, and then blowing his brains out. But you know, like, yeah, that whole Poltergeist movie is fucking marred. Like all of the shit behind Poltergeist, all the shit that happened to it was Hungarian. That might be why I hate him, because I'm Hungarian a little too, according to my grandmother. And I have a deep self-loathing. So, and you'll definitely come to know that the longer you hang out. I drink that H2O because I went back to work last week, I think. Yeah, or the week before. I honestly don't remember now. It was the week before. And I went to put on the pants that I wear. I have work pants and not work pants, as most do. And it was a hell of a struggle. Yeah, Gypsy, that's fucked up. That's like, oof. So apparently he was an alcoholic. He would beat the girl Judith Barcy. Um, she's the one that voiced Ducky in Land Before Time, to the point where she would tear out her eyelashes. And unfortunately, he's buried next to he and his wife and daughter. It's gross. What's he got to be 5 or 6 over in the UK, right? You're in the UK, Gypsy. Billy B, and I drink my water with barley and yeast in it. Well, god damn it. Sometimes I do too. But other times I don't. Yeah, 5 a.m. That's right. But so yeah, it was a real struggle to get the pants on the first night. Luckily, the next night, I don't know, I dropped. Apparently, I got so fat over this, lockdown shit that just one night out walking around was enough to drop whatever amount of weight was required to get those to fit a little easy. Yeah, no, I didn't realize how out of shape I had gotten over the course of the lockdown until I went back to work, and it was just terrible. But we're back in the habit again a little bit. Tomorrow night will be start of week 3. Had some shit go down last week. I hope that doesn't happen again. That's a long story. It's a bad one too. I'll tell it because why not? We went ahead. End of the night, went over to this table. Told my guys we gotta clean up. It's time to leave. Cops don't fuck around with us because we had like this big fenced-in area. We got tents and shit. It's actually a real nice setup. We got like a jumbotron, so it's like it's a TV, it's waterproof, all this shit. So, rain or shine, we got the sports games on. Well, one of them. We pick one game because that's the only downfall to that is that we only have the one game instead of I don't know, like we have 6 or 7 TVs inside. Which will also be a hindrance for me come Halloween time. AMC's got the marathons on. I always had that on one TV. just because I was bigger than everyone else, and what are they going to do about it? But anyway, so I go to these fellas, like, all right, folks, we got to clean up. They don't really give me too much of a hassle, but a lot of this now, the way it's set up is everyone's at like tables. There'll be tables of people, the parties or whatever, instead of a bar. So it's a lot more people buying bottles of liquor instead of shots, drinks. So whatever. So apparently they had, I'm guessing just by the amount of liquid in the bottle, they had recently bought another bottle of, what was it, Remy Martin? Some like 90s rapper shit. I don't know who the fuck drinks that anymore. Anyway. So the one dude, he's like, oh, dude, I'm going to sneak this out. So he puts it down his pants. And I sit there and I'm just watching him, I like to see people do dumb shit. But it falls down his pants, out his pant leg. Brother, you can't take that with you. He said, why are you being stupid? Why are you being stupid? No, I'm not. I'm not, sir. Just telling you can't take the bottle out. It's no different than if we were inside. Like, that's a law. That's a New Jersey law. It's not our policy. Go fuck yourself. I didn't say that to the man because we hadn't gotten there yet. I am a professional, so, I can keep my cool. It's frankly, I don't want to have to fucking fight a bunch of people. It's a lot easier to talk them out of the building than to have to, beat the shit out of them and then throw them out of the building. Because then generally the cops get called. I don't want to deal with cops. I don't know about you guys. So whatever. And dude's drunk. I get it. So his buddy's kind of like, oh, dude, just shut up, let's go, it's fine. And then one of his friends is like, yeah, that's right. We're not going to let them keep this bottle. They'll probably resell it. Here's a secret. We're not going to resell the fucking bottle. We don't care. You just spent $250 on it. We bought it for $80. Fuck off. So yeah. That was the whole thing. But I let him have his moment. He poured the bottle out like a fucking, like he was somebody. That's fine. I kind of usher everybody else out. No problem. Nothing. And this kid is still talking shit. I got so much money, this, that, and the other. So I shut up. At this point, I'm a little hot because I had to deal with a couple of other things in kind of before and after dealing with them initially. And he's like, I should slap $200 upside your face. You're big for nothing. Okay. So he happened to be standing on the steps. Well, a couple of steps we have because the bathrooms are still inside the building. So, I had to yank fucking homeboy from the steps. He apparently, I don't know, I didn't totally black out, but I wasn't completely paying attention because at that point I got to watch everything else. Homeboy's in the air. Apparently he did a flip, like pretty much a whole rotation. And this boy's getting my face and this, that, and the other. So apparently these were friends of, or at least part of the group were friends of one of the bartenders. So she gets in between me and them, and she's screaming at them. They're disrespecting her, this, that, and the other. I'm just doing my job, And that's what she said. That's what she said. He's doing his job. You guys are being fucking idiots, And that's just that's it. I do my job. I don't overstep. I don't give people fucking shit for no reason, unless they're regulars that I don't like or that I do like. You know what I mean? Like but to complete nobodies, I don't care enough about you to go out of my way. But whatever. So it's a whole thing, and then apparently the kid, I didn't see it because again, I had one of his fucking homeboys in my face. So, apparently the kid that told me he was going to put 200 upside my face and I'm big for nothing smacked the bartender. And I set off a whole fucking pile of shit. There's people fucking pushing, shoving, this, that, and the other. And I'm trying to fucking grab the bartender, and this girl, she's just, normal Latina girl. Like, she's not especially strong or like, it's not like she works out or anything, but this is only the second time that she's kind of lost her cool. And I've had to try to restrain her. I have never had more fucking trouble with a person than this girl. It's crazy. Oh, and let's, not to get this out of the way. Of course, it's some scrawny shit starting everything. I don't ever have trouble with people my size. It's never the 6'4", 6'5" guy giving you shit. It's always that little fucking 5'6", 5'7" motherfucker, skin and bones that want to, start shit because they can't reach the fucking top shelf in their house. But anyway, to get back to that, we got the bartenders kind of in the building, me and the other guy. And that's the other thing, too. This is, doing shit outside is different. We got a whole different way of life inside. It makes things a lot easier. So we think we got everything taken care of. The people that are out are out. But with this fence set up, there are no doors. Like, there's no, there's an entrance on either side of the building. But there's nothing for us to be able to close anything off. So, as I'm going about cleaning up the tables, grabbing any, loose cash I see, because, frankly, I don't get paid enough. But it's better than nothing. But, fuck it. It's free money, We hear them. They went from fucking one exit to the other, the bartenders, to go chase after fucking people again. They get into some shit. And apparently, one of her friends, the girl that got slapped, was pissed off about that still. He's out trying to fight two dudes. He's got like a tire iron, like some fucking giant wrench, fucking, probably 2.5, 3 feet long. Looked heavy as fuck. And he's some scrawny little Mexican kid, or Latinx kid, sorry, excuse me. Proper terminology. So these guys chase him across the highway. This is on Route 17 in New Jersey. I don't know. I think that since I'm going to be telling stories like this, I'm going to cease to name the place. But if you know, you know. Jesus Christ. So they chase him across the highway. Luckily, this was 3:00 in the morning, so it wasn't as busy as it usually is. And with the lockdown and shit, it's not as busy as it would have been anyway. Al, it would have taken Lauren about an hour and a half to get there. He wouldn't have been much help. Or on opposite sides of the state. But so me and the other guy are out there, and it's like, and she chases after the two guys that are chasing after her friend into the road, into the median. The kid falls, so he loses because they try to kind of bum rush him from either side. Dude, and at that point, listen, I'll be real. I make $90 a night. I'm not leaving the property. I'm not going to the street. I don't care who the fuck ran on the street, unfortunately. But it's cowardly, whatever the fuck. Sorry. So, little dude trips on the curb of the median. Fucks his leg up that way. Now, that's pretty bad money. Like, anytime I actually tell someone how much I make, that's it. But, I don't know. Anyway, I'll get back to the story here. They end up coming back. The other two dudes come back across, and the bartender's yelling at him. You're stupid, this, that, and the other. I don't think she didn't swing at him or anything. The one dude, I think it was the dude that poured the bottle of liquor out in front of me, smacks her on the back. It comes down on the back of the head. On the back of her head, fucking drops her. And then they run to the car. Before I couldn't fucking get back. By that time, they were back on the property, but I wasn't anywhere near them. So they got in their car and left. So unfortunately, at that point, we had to call cops because that's fucked up. That's completely this shit got way out of hand. And so the cops called. Luckily, I mean, we have cameras, but there were people out there recording shit, taking pictures of license plates and that. So we should be be good to go as far as that. Fucking getting those two cocksuckers taken care of. And unfortunately, it's the type of people, So I'll say this: if I were to hint at the type of people they are, I'd probably get called a racist right now. So assume that. So I think they'll be taken care of whether the cops do anything about it or not. That being said, I felt like shit about it since it happened, But yes, Al, Chinese. The Chinese will have this taken care of. But I felt like shit about it this whole past week. Like could I have prevented it? Like I said, I've been a little out of shape, fucking coming back. I'm rusty, but I got to thinking about it. It's a whole new setup. This fucking outside stuff. When we're inside, the bartenders are behind the bar. So even if they got into that initial skirmish, that you're disrespecting me, Bouncer's just doing his job, this, that, and the other, we would have got the dudes out. The doors would have been locked. That would have been it. Any of that shit that happened outside, the girls would not have heard. It would have been, much less of a thing. But I don't know. I felt like shit about it. I fucked up personally, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I shouldn't fucking snatch a dude and thrown him, but frankly, I feel he deserved it. And the manager didn't say anything about it. I don't know. But yeah, that was my Saturday. Friday was cool. Sunday was cool. So let's hope it's back to more of that tomorrow. What the hell was I talking about before I went into that? I was watching movies. I went back. I watched a couple of the old Universal monster movies from the 30s. I think Frankenstein was the first one I watched. That's fucking boring. I get why it's important and all that, but it bored the shit out of me. So I watched Bride of Frankenstein next. And I could see why Lauren considers that his favorite movie of all time. And I know a lot of you guys don't know who Lauren is. Well, probably most of you guys listening now do know who Lauren is. But Lauren is over on YouTube and visited by Voices One, or Lauren Dixon on Twitter. Dead at Night, 1945. Why won't DJ Donnie? What the? I don't know. Listen. Piz attracts some weird people, Jamie. But yeah, it'd be a good idea to block him. There's no need to fucking be friends with people on Facebook. There's Twitter, is enough. YouTube's enough, frankly. But yeah, Bride of Frankenstein was fucking funny. Interesting. And it's cool, because the monster goes through kind of different phases within that one movie. He starts off just fucking kind of angry, confused, why the fuck did this house burn down? And where the fuck am I now? He meets the hermit, and he's just having a fun time and joking. Smoke, good. Drink, good. Ha. And then they had to fuck with him. So the fucking hermit's house burns down. When he happens upon the crazy guy, I don't remember the names of these fucking people. But I think DJ's a little on the slow side. Like, not to completely excuse him, but then maybe not even slow. Like Spectrum-y. I mean, he misses certain social cues, but regardless. But yeah, Bride of Frankenstein was some fucking cool shit. I watched The Mummy next. Oh no, Jamie, that was me. I sent you the flower message. Sorry. Kidding, of course. But yeah, Mummy was fine. It's better than the piece of shit with Brendan Fraser. Then the Dracula, the '30s Dracula was good. I like that version of Renfield a lot better than the one from the '92 Dracula. A lot better. What the hell else did I watch? Yesterday I had like a Jaws marathon. I watched Jaws. Maybe that was 2 days ago. I don't know. If I'm not at work, they just kind of all mixed together. So I watched Jaws 2. I thought that kind of gets. I was reading about it in the aftermath, and it kind of gets shit on just almost as much as 3 and 4. But I think it's almost as good as the original. Yeah, I kind of did this. Al, I mean, you're on the East Coast. You should understand this. September 1st is the end of summer. Doesn't matter if it's still hot. Christ. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's still hot out. It's the fall. The summer. The summer's over. It's unfortunate, but true. So, that was kind of my end of summer bash. I had a little tomato and fresh mozzarella plate, salt and pepper. I don't fuck with basil that much. I don't know. But a little of that. Had some iced tea. Watched the Jaws movies. Just 2, 3, and 4 because I watched the original not too long ago when I got the 4K Blu-ray. Jamie, I'd love to do a video about it. You name the time and place, and then I will tell you if that works. We'll schedule it, how schedules work. So 2, I thought, well, yeah, it was almost as good as 1. Not to go too deep into it because I'm far from I'm not a guy to do reviews. That's why you're never going to see that. You probably never see me do any concrete videos that are recorded and uploaded. But I hate Jaws 3. I fucking hate it. It's stupid. It's boring. Nothing fucking happens. The effects suck. Oh, God. Easily Dennis Quaid's worst movie. I hope he's as ashamed of it as I am fucking angry anytime I have to watch it. It was always on Sci-Fi, I think, when I was a kid, when I was 5 or 6 years old. So this is late 90s, mid to late 90s. It's always on. And I'd catch bits and parts of it, and I figured it only sucked so bad because I wasn't watching the whole thing. But this is back. This is actually the precipice before the TV Guide channel was a thing. So digital cable didn't exist as far as I can remember. But Jaws 3 is a decent concept, but execution's fucking horrible. I was reading Jaws 2 cost $30 million, which was by far the most expensive thing Universal had done up to that point. And they're like, well, whatever. It's going to cost what it's going to cost. We're just spending fucking Jaws' profits at this point. I'm dumb. Anyway. So, and then Jaws 2 made a shit ton of fucking money. Spend the fucking money and don't do a 3D movie. Why would you like? It's the same problem I have with Friday the 13th Part 3. At least that movie comes off a little better. Although, like they talked about over on Piz's stream, it's lit fucking way too bright, which it is an effect of the fucking having to use the 3D cameras. They need everything overlit so that the effects would play in camera. I get it. But don't fucking do it. Technology's not there. And just now the technology's sort of being there, but I think that's a lot of the reason why I don't give a shit to watch a movie outside the theater anymore that is, recently come out. And these stupid Marvel movies, the DC fucking movies, it's all green screen shit. It's all CGI horse shit, and by the time it comes out, it's outdated. But at least they've done away with the green and blue or green and red or blue and red is fucking whatever. This would all make a lot more sense if I knew what the fuck I was talking about. I apologize. Yeah, I know it kind of made like a resurgence in the 80s. I mean, but look, the Dark Knight trilogy, I love a lot. As a trilogy, I don't love it. I love the first two. Fucking Batman Begins and Dark Knight are. I don't even want to say masterpiece because it's fucking disgusting, but they're pretty much perfect. They're perfectly done. There's just shit about the third one I don't like. I didn't necessarily like the Bane character, and everyone thought, oh, let's mock the Bane voice for the next fucking 5 years. But I was born in '92. I didn't see the resurgence, so I wasn't like hip and young. I didn't exist. So I don't give a shit. Unfortunately, I don't have the nostalgia that a lot of people have for the 3D movies. I like Friday the 13th Part 3, don't get me wrong. I don't love it. But anyway, moving on. Jaws the Revenge, I know I finished today. God damn it, no I didn't. I finished it last night. Oh boy. Yeah, so I finished that last night. So, and here's what I'll say. Jaws the Revenge is at least 45 times better than Jaws 3. I fucking love Jaws the Revenge. Like Michael Caine was great in it. Old Mario Van Peebles was great in it. He should not have fucking survived, though. They should not have changed the end of that movie. Unfortunately, I had to watch a fucking shark get stabbed and then blow up for no reason. But yeah, but the Friday the 13th box set is going to have the real 3D for Part 3. So I got to find some asshole that bought a 3D television, buddy up to him for a little while so I can watch that thing. I read a little bit into the history of it, more so kind of its reputation. Like I know that I watched Piz did a review like fucking 5 or 6 years ago on it, and he kind of shit all over it. Whilst it was one of his, it's so bad it's good. I just don't think it's that bad. I don't know. Like yeah, all the continuity errors are shit. The fact that Lorraine Gary, I think that's her name. Here in Wisconsin. Listen, train tickets are cheap. I'll come see you real quick. We'll watch a movie together, maybe spoon a little bit, and then I'll be on my way. God damn it, I lost my train of thought. Thanks a lot, Billy. Oh, but yeah, continuity error sucks. The fact that Lorraine Gary is seeing shit for movies that she wasn't involved in. Like the fact, she sees her son's. And not for nothing, I felt more fucking upset about Sean Brody dying at the beginning of The Revenge than I did for any motherfucker that got killed in Part 3. I'll bring you some flowers. But I don't know. And here's the thing: I like Lance Guest a lot. He's a cool dude. And he's got a, I don't know. He's got a leading man type look to him, or at least he did. I don't know what he's looking like in 2020, but I like him. I liked him a lot in this. I liked him in Halloween 2. Jesus, see, that's the problem with me watching this chat. I lose my train of thought on shit because you people make me laugh or make me think, and that's what's really important. But yeah. Well, damn it, Billy, we can turn off the lights, light a candle. Made a werewolf movie. I hate werewolves, but maybe Lance Guest would be enough to make me check one out. Yeah, I really don't give a shit. That's like, Dracula, vampire thing. God damn, excuse me. I can get into that. Frankenstein, Mummy, all that shit. Gypsy, you're probably going to hate me after I say this. I think Star Wars was ruined from the beginning. I don't give two shits about that franchise, unfortunately. I've watched since Disney Plus has come out. I watched the original trilogy, like the trilogy from the 70s and 80s. The good ones. The good one. And they're fine. Whatever. They're not, to me, they weren't like this revelation. Like, I don't know. My mom always tried to give me, you watch Star Wars, watch Star Wars. I don't care. They're fine. You know what's probably really going to shock you? Of the first three, I like Return of the Jedi the best. Before they fucking changed the actors at the end. I watched episode 1, and I liked that one for whatever reason when I was little. That came out, 99? So I was 7 years old. That came out, and they introduced Pepsi One in the States here. So I was drinking a lot of that because they'd have like we bought soda as a broke white trash family. A lot of soda. But like they had the character like Darth Maul, the busted up C-3PO, all that shit. All the characters from episode 1. So, and I'll let you know another gross thing I did as a child is that I would put Frank's Red Hot in my Pepsi One. I don't know why. I couldn't taste it. It wasn't like a couple drops. I could not taste it in the soda, but I did it, and I mean, look what I do. I was showing off for grown-ups, but I don't know. So I was a kid when that came out, so I didn't grow up with that disdain for Jar Jar that everyone else did. But as an adult with Disney Plus, I went through. I watched the first 3; they were fine. The most compelling thing about the franchise was the making of those first 3. Yeah, I don't know, Jamie. I don't know what to tell you. I did it. But I got through the episode 1 as an adult. In about 30 minutes of episode 2, Hayden Christensen's the worst fucking actor I've ever seen. Okay, he's worse than anyone that acted in Children of the Living Dead. He's worse than anyone that's fucking acted in any shitty Full Moon Features or Full Moon Pictures, whatever the fuck that company's name. The Puppet Master Company. It's terrible. He's fucking terrible. And he's so bad that he takes me out of the movie entirely. But no, Jake Lloyd was way better. Like, they should have just kept the little stupid-ass kid in the movie. Yeah, but yeah, and I don't care enough about Star Wars to like trudge through his terrible acting, But I don't know, maybe this will save faces. It doesn't make. I'm certainly not some kind of Lord of the Rings fanboy either. Those movies are fine. I've never seen Highlander, Gypsy. I know, that's probably strike 3 at this point, and you're going to just fucking leave me forever, and I apologize. But what other movies did I watched? More movies, I think. Oh, here's the one that's going to get everyone pissed off. I watched Prince of Darkness, John Carpenter's flick from 87, 88, 89, somewhere late 80s, I think. I'll throw Highlander on the on a list of films to watch. I got a bunch queued up. What do I got now? I do have the Poltergeist remake queued up here. Prince of Darkness is 87. So I've not seen The Thing either. Well, at least not in many. I've definitely seen it, but not in fucking. Not so where my adult mind can remember the whole movie. So that's back on the list. Train to Busan, that Korean or Japanese zombie movie. Green Mile. Sugar Hill from 93, New Jack City from 91. That's on the list now. The three Psycho sequels. I'm not going to watch the remake. It's pointless. I got a whole bunch of shit on a hard drive that I got to watch, but those are the ones that are still on the laptop. They haven't made it over. Oh, pardon me. Whew. But, so I have to say, I like the idea of Prince of Darkness. And, it's always good to see Donald Pleasant. I don't like, it's not that I don't like, but I much prefer old Donald Pleasance to young Donald Pleasance. So, like, to go back and watch his older stuff, I'll definitely do that because he's enough of a talent that he deserves, for me to do at least that. But I much prefer, the Dr. Loomis's and the priest character in Prince of Darkness. However, I gotta say, I wasn't really feeling it too much. Like, there's all these characters and all these guys, and you don't really spend any time with any of them. So, like, when they die, when they get fucking possessed, who cares? Outside of Donald Pleasance, it was a cast of I don't give a shit what happens to you. The Asian kid, not the professor, the other asshole, overacted so hard, just annoyed the shit out of me. The fact that he just didn't get fucking completely just like torn apart. But yeah, Jamie, it's missing. So, like, it just kind of happens. What? Raw meat. Donald Pleasance is a cop investigating cannibals in London's sewers. It also has Christopher Lee. Yeah, I'm checking that out. Give me just a second. I'm going to pop that in the old phone so I don't forget it. Because for some reason, even though I have the setting on to keep the live chats, my live chats disappear after I'm done, which pisses me off. Raw meat. Thank you, Gypsy. That sounds fucking great. I might actually look for that tonight. See if I can find it. Somewhere. I'll find it. Like old J.J. Walker. Or J.J. Evans. J.J. Walker. Jesus. Jimmy Walker is J.J. Evans. Finds things in good times. Oh, shit. I think that's about all that I've... free on YouTube. Even better. I saw Tourist Trap. I was watching it at work, so I didn't give it my full attention. So, and it's hard to hear too. Like, so, sort of, Jamie. I sort of watched Tourist Trap, but it was back in, and also, yeah, it was during Joe Bob's his comeback marathon. So, the stream was kind of shitty. in and out. I missed parts of it, but I mean that's when I can go back and watch on Shudder at any time. Dude, I paid for a full year of Shudder, and it was so cheap. It was like fucking $50. That's great. That's less than half of my Pornhub subscription for the year. Oh boy, I wish I was kidding about that. What did I do? You just get so much money sometimes, just you go blind. Disney made a lot. It reminds you of if Disney made a live action horror film. Yeah, I used to mess around with it. Why are we talking about this? I used to mess around with X videos when I was a teenager, like when my asshole father first got the internet. Jess Graham, my guy, what's going on? Al, you quit porn? That's good, honestly. That's the way to be. Anyway, X videos was kind of the first go-to. Pornhub didn't exist, but then I kind of went away from the internet. I had to use like Google image search for a while because I had like a flip phone where you had to pay $1 a day for internet. Oh boy! But no, you're married. You get to take it, right? Isn't that how that works? Wait a minute. Jamie will never quit porn. Listen. As long as you can do it, and not turn into one of those after school specials, where you get kicked off. There's one of those Lifetime movies where you get kicked off the swim team because you just got to look at your porn or whatever the fuck. I don't know. That movie was stupid. But yeah, when I got back into like being able to watch videos, X videos had changed so much. I couldn't deal with the change. Damn, Jamie. Hey, you know what? You gotta keep it working somehow, right? Porn has saved your marriage. Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to eat hot dogs, but if your wife's got a hot dog, I guess that's fine. I guess it's fine if your wife has a hot dog. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with finding an escort. It's 2020. Sex work is work. Gypsy, I have not seen Wicker Man. I know Wicker Man only as an illusion that Jim Norton's Jim Norton likes anything with pedophilia in it because he's built like a worm and kind of creepy. But Jess, did Pizza's stream go another hour after I left? Because I know his stream started at 9, but oof. Reading the chat again. Sorry, folks. I gotta stop doing that. Like, if I ever do put this out on like iTunes or some shit, why is he just like he's just silent for a minute and a half at a time? That is the reason. I'm sorry about that. But I lost it again. I hate my life. Oh, but yeah, Pizza's stream started at 9, so I figured like I'd schedule this for 2.5 hours afterwards. I figured, it'd still be close enough that I could kind of. Oh, I had to watch the replay. Thank God. 3.5 hours. Listen. It's interesting. I like the guy, but how much is there to talk about after 2.5, 3 hours? And you're just futzing around. I don't go for that. But yeah, Never Hike Alone was good shit. I can't wait for Never Hike in the, was it Never Hike in the Snow? Is that it? Definitely based on the trailer, it looks like it's gonna be pretty sweet. Plus, he promised better kills than Never Hike Alone, so I could dig it. I'm shocked. The Piz says 1.6 million views on YouTube for that short film there. I don't know what that is, Gypsy. He says, "Are you looking forward to It's Me, Billy?" Yeah, Jess. If you're just hopping in, you missed a pretty good story. Um, Story about my job as a bouncer. Just getting back to work here in New Jersey. Just having that shit open back up, and I guess it's gotten around big enough that where words and things they're in need of bouncers again. But yeah, Jamie's gonna be getting her own channel going soon. Finally, I mean, we've all told her that for shit at least 2 or 3 months now. You know, I mean, not for nothing. If you look at if you look at anything that you can't look at region free necessarily engage that audience on how well you do. I don't think, but if you look at your one on one with Lauren, you got like one of like probably top five views on his page. The thing you did with Jay the Stingray and Lauren about the Romero Living Dead movies. I guess they're just the Dead movies. You know, that's pretty high up there too. See, I'm not hip to the fan films. I don't know. Back when I first started kind of perusing it, like having good internet, so like probably 2010, 2011, fan films all sucked a dick. So like I kind of immediately, like it took me a lot of prodding to actually watch Never Hike Alone because, excuse me, because I just seen nothing but garbage, But I mean, technology's advanced to the point where you could shoot a um, decent looking movie on an iPhone. Um, Jamie, I'm pretty sure that is accurate. What I told you, I only know because I'm a narcissist and I constantly check the one-on-one that I did with Lauren because I like to know where I'm at. Gypsy, I'll give it a shot. I like Black Christmas, so I like. See, here's the thing too. That'll actually probably catch me better than a lot of these other franchises because I like Black Christmas, but I don't. I'm not like a fanatic of Black Christmas, so I don't have this thought in my head. Well, it should be this way. So yeah, I can absolutely go in and just fucking go with what they're giving me. Uh, so yeah, I'll give it a shot for sure. The Halloween one that Piz streamed beginning of the lockdown there. That was good. Can't remember that. I can't remember the name of it, but that was done pretty well. I like the homage to Jason Goes to Hell being on the TV. That was nice, right? Was it Jason Goes to Hell or was it Part 5? The New Beginning. I don't know. Well, we can go on an hour 5. So I'll answer a couple more questions because I can't think of anything else to talk about. And then we'll wrap this one up. The last one went 2.5 hours, I think, with Lost Cunningham, who I'm missing tonight. It's kind of shitty. Go subscribe to his channel too. He put something out, a little stream with his wife last weekend. Scream 5 with Wes being dead. Honestly, I don't know. I guess you could say cautiously optimistic. I mean, as Kevin as the writer of the first one, does he have anything to do with it? I don't like. I've just kind of not cared, so I haven't really looked into who's in and who's out and this, that, and the other. But Wes Craven being gone, I think, is kind of a big hit to that movie. Because I think, if I remember correctly, after he made 4, like there was talk, or maybe while he was making 4, there was talk to being like a second trilogy. So, the Ready or Not people are behind Scream 5. That's a fact? Like the Ready or Not from 2019. Because if that's the case, then yeah, I'm fucking. I might as well be all in on Scream 5. Let's go for it. Yeah, because Ready or Not was probably, off the top of my head, I can't think of a better movie that I saw in 2019 than Ready or Not. So, and yeah, I'd much rather have a sequel, like Jess Graham saying in the chat. I'd rather have Scream 5 than a Scream remake. Stop fucking remaking movies. But Billy, they probably are. I mean, I can't imagine Courtney Cox is broke. I mean, fuck. Like, she's got enough friends money that she ain't got to do shit ever again. Like, there's no way to spend all that money. And I'm just talking about the money they made per season on it, per episode on that fucking stupid show. But then the fucking residuals on the reruns, on the syndication rights. Yeah, good night. I mean, yeah, David Arquette's fucking going around wrestling in death matches now, so he might need this movie to stay afloat. She's gotten rough looking, but I can't imagine, and she's only gotten rough looking because she doesn't know when to say no to her doctors. Nev Campbell, you got to have her in it, fucking, even if she doesn't want to do anymore, have her in it to fucking kill her. She's got to be in the movie. It's not gonna work. And frankly, I'd kill all 3 of them off in this one. And also, I'd bring Jamie Kennedy back from the dead. I don't like Jamie Kennedy, but he's the best part. I think the best part about the fucking first movie. Yeah, like she's not. A VBV on Saturday? No, unfortunately, Jess, I'm not going to be there. I got to work. Unless he does it in the afternoon, which I know he won't. There's no way I'll make it because I start work at 8 on the East Coast. That's kind of a bummer because we were going to talk about the shitty shitty remakes, right? If it's in the afternoon, I gotta check with Lauren. Maybe he's put up the teaser trailer already, but yeah, if he's doing it in the afternoon, I'm down. I'll wake up early and get on for that. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I don't hate remakes as an idea. Like, I'm not one of those fans. We kind of talked about it on the Visited by Voices community thing. But let some fucking time pass. Like Scream was made in 96. Don't touch it for at least another 20 years. You know what I mean? Like Psycho was only what? 30 years? Almost 40, I think. When the fuck did Psycho come out? It was 60, right? I don't give a shit about the Texas Chainsaw reboot, unfortunately. I thought they had something good going with Texas Chainsaw 3D, and they should have kept going from there. So, and I'm just fucking sick. It's a franchise that I've completely lost any respect for. I don't give a shit. But, oh, Billy Bean, there's a lot of fucking remakes that are worth watching. And Friday the 13th remake is good shit. Off the top of my head, I mean, The Fly is a remake. That's good shit. The 88 Blob is the only one I've not seen the original, but that's a remake. Christ, the Night of the Living Dead 90 is a fantastic film. There are definitely plenty of remakes. The Halloween, yeah, those ones aren't necessarily for me, but well, yeah, even the more modern ones. I thought the Pet Sematary remake was good. I thought the Child's Play remake was good. And those kind of contradict me saying to let some fucking time pass. But you know what? I was talking with a friend of mine actually. Is Juliana Guile? Is it Guile? How do you say that? I don't care. It's Guile as far as I'm concerned. Is she the one with the stupendous tits? Because I'll go along with you on that, Gypsy Warrior, if that's the case. Yeah. I'll go with hottest in horror. Perfect. Beautiful. Because he wasn't lying. Those are stupendous. Honestly, you know what? I fucking hate the Dawn of the Dead remake. I hate that it's fucking just like beloved by everyone now. I can't stand it. I hated it when I was a kid and I watched it. And every time subsequently that I've tried to fucking watch it, I've hated it. I hate like fast zombies. I don't mind if they run. Like they run in Return of the Living Dead, but they run at a human's pace. I don't know. Whatever. But I was talking with a friend of mine anyway the other day about Arsenic and Old Lace. He was watching it. I always thought that would be perfect to fucking remake. That's from like the 30s, So plenty of time, almost 100 years has gone by. So at this point, it's ripe. And if you did it now with more of a horror spin on it, I think it could be some good, a really good film. In the right person's hands. And that's unfortunately tough to find good hands nowadays. But Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead for Netflix has me hyped. It's about a Vegas bank robbery during a zombie outbreak. That's interesting. I'll say that. My interest is piqued on that. But I don't know, folks. I think we're going to call this a night. Call this an episode. Or what have you. I thank you so very much for hanging out with me here tonight. Jamie, Billy Bean, Gypsy Warrior, Jess Graham, Al, formerly of Russia, formerly of Philly, formerly some kind of Suspiria thing, a little identity crisis, possibly a Zodiac killer. Gypsy Warrior, it'll be sometime next week. I might make this a Thursday thing. I don't know. Initially, it had been a Saturday thing until I fucking, like after the first two, they said, hey, it's time to come back to work. So I had to kind of recalibrate, and that's kind of why it's been so long between the last episode and this one. So probably going to be Thursdays. Subscribe, that way subscribe to the channel, that way you know exactly when and where. I'm always fucking yapping about this or that on Twitter at Deacon Taylor 66 on Twitter. Steak Sauce 66 on Instagram, I believe. I always forget that one. And until then, Iris loves you.